Right, so we're going to work with a document together here that's applied to you. So you're going to go to Activity 311, 8-page layout folder, and it's 8-page layout. Okay, so this is the document you've been working with together with me so far, and you also have your own document with your own content that you also should have at the ready. So the thing here with putting text in, because this activity is all about creating and importing text, is that because we're working with master pages, we are going to need to place placeholder text on the master pages, and we will have to format it before we actually put in the real text on the pages. Now, this activity is not about formatting text. So what we're going to do is just discuss importing text and creating text, and then we're going to do our placeholders. So I'm just going to go to a blank page so that we can play around with this. So there's many ways that you can create and import text. The first way of creating text is just to take your type tool and, okay, I need to be on a layer that isn't locked, so I'll unlock my text layer. And then I'm just going to drag out a text frame. And in InDesign, you can't just click and start typing like you can in Illustrator and Photoshop. You have to drag out a box. So there's a box of text, so I'm just going to type some gibberish in here. So I can just start typing straight away. And that's a perfectly valid way of creating text. If I don't know what the text is going to be yet, but I just want some placeholder text so that I can format it and get it looking good in lieu of my actual text, which might still be coming from the copywriter, then I can right click and go to fill with placeholder text. I'll just undo that, Command or Control Z, or you can go to type, fill with placeholder text. And placeholder text is just gibberish. Well, it's actually not gibberish, it's Latin. So if I just zoom in a little bit closer here, you'll see that it's Latin, or what's sometimes called lorem ipsum. And the reason why it's Latin is so that we know it's not the real text. What you don't want to do is put in placeholder text that actually is real meaningful text, because you can very easily overlook that when you're working. So when you look at this and it makes no sense to you, you know straight away, okay, I'm waiting for the real text here. So that's putting text in from scratch. So I'll just delete that. Another way of placing text is importing. So if I just go to File, Place, or Command or Control D, and I go into that same folder, see there's a text document here. So if I choose that text document and I click on Show Import Options, you'll see that it gives me a lot. So Adobe and Microsoft have worked really closely together to make Word documents and InDesign documents very compatible. So if you're presented with a Word document from a client and it's already sort of formatted up to a point, and you think, you know what, I don't want to reinvent the wheel, I want to bring in the formatting and just carry on working from there, you can actually preserve your Word styles, and you can actually choose in quite a lot of detail how that happens. Or you can just say, you know what, I don't want any of that formatting to come through, I'm going to remove styles and formatting. And then OK, your cursor gets loaded with the text, and then you can just drag out a text frame, and that text will go in there. And then another way of creating text is to create a frame first. So my type tool, create a frame, and then File, Place, or Command or Control D, and then choose your text file. This time I'll just turn off import options and open, and it comes in like that. So that's very easy, very straightforward, and it's that's how you would import text or you would create text. So getting back to this document, we're not going to create actual text yet. We're going to put in some placeholder text that's ready for formatting in the next activity. So I'm going to double click on the cover layout master page, and up at the top here we're going to put in some placeholder text. So I'm just going to zoom in here, and placeholder text should always be in square brackets to indicate that it is placeholder text. I'm just going to say top heading. Okay, then in this text frame, square brackets again, This will be title of publication, and then enter to go to a line below, and then byline. So a byline is basically who is this by, and then underneath that, strapline. So the strapline is kind of the slogan for the publication. Okay, then over here we're going to put in a we'll just call this a call to action. So call to action could be enter our competition or visit our website or something like that. And then at the bottom we'll just put in here subheading and then body text. I'll just copy that and paste and paste. Okay, so that's the placeholder text for the cover. Everything is in square brackets indicating that it's placeholder text. Let's go to double page spread layout 1. Okay, and here at the top we're going to put in square brackets subject line. Then down here we're going to put in, I'm just going to say info. I don't even know what's going to go in there yet. Then over here, let me just zoom in a bit, will be main heading, then article deck, and here reference. Where is this text coming from? And for the article deck, I actually want to put in more text than what I need so that I can format it. So you can just okay, I'm just going to do this. Just over here I'm just going to say type fill with placeholder text, and I'm just going to copy a paragraph of placeholder text and just paste it in there, and then I'm going to take the rest of this out. Okay, so I've got main heading. Okay, then I've got article deck with some placeholder text, and I've got reference. Okay, then on the other side here I'm just going to put in square brackets body text with a dash, and then fill with placeholder text. Okay, and let's just take a bit of this out. So that I can end it with a square bracket. Oh, okay, the square bracket ended there. Okay, so it's just at the moment just gibberish text, just sample text, and we're going to come back in the next activity and we're going to format it so it looks smart and it's ready for you to put your actual text in. But at the moment it's just placeholder text. There will also be some text up here. So this is going to be a square brackets, pull quote, and I'll also just copy some of this placeholder text here, copy, and just paste that in there. Okay, so I'm going to come back and format this properly and nicely in the next activity. And then we're going to do the same for double page spread layout 2. Up here will be DPS subject, and over here will be heading deck. I'm just pasting that placeholder text, and then body text. Okay, just so that I've got some kind of juicy text there to work with when I start formatting. So at this point in time, really, there's not a lot to do here. Just put in some placeholder text to remind you what these different things are, and it's all done on the master pages. And then we're going to come back in the next activity and we're going to make this look smart and properly formatted as placeholder text so that we can put in our actual text. So once you've done this with me and you've got an idea of what you need to do, you need to open up your own 8-page document with your own photos and on your own subject, and you're going to do the same thing. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and see you next time.